Hello and welcome to episode 30 of The Fellow Traveller, and we're here still in Adana, and we finished the season, and as you might have noticed if you're eagle-eyed, we actually won the league in the end. And this video won't feature any games and will be quite useful just to watch for our summary at the end of the season for me to look back on, but might not be that interesting to most people. And the few things I will just go through is the end of the season was quite eventful. As you would have seen in the last video, we drew with Adana, so we're in a good position going into the end of the season. We won every game other than two. Lost to Kasimpasa, which was very frustrating. They've got a good team though. And drew with Ankara, who are similar. I think they're kind of bottom of the playoffs. I think they might have come 7th or 8th in the end actually, but wasn't the end of the world. Won every other game. And in the last hurdles, Adana sort of lost their way, ran to third, and even Alaniaspor, is that the name of the team? Oh, give me the league table. Alaniaspor, I think they lost the last 2 games of the season, only drew 2 of them, but in the end, basically, we took over both of them. We didn't need the goal difference, and we ended up 5 points clear. Hence why I kind of didn't need to show the last games of the season because they weren't that tense, and we were playing quite easy games as well. I was a bit worried I wasn't going to beat these easy teams, but I've had the first team every game, so we ended up smashing most of them. And yeah, Adanaspor won in the playoff final to get promoted as well, which is kind of predictable really because they were the better of the teams. I mean, Kasimpasa in the end were quite close, but they beat them in the final 2-1 in extra time as well, so it's quite close. It's a shame for Kasimpasa because I'm going to raid them for a few players now. And Adana got second top goal scorer of the season. What am I looking for? I thought there would be an easy way to view this. And assists as well. Nothing like too high. Chetin's not far off, and Caligari as well, but they're quite far down. We had really good. There was a nice team stat I saw actually. I didn't realise how much we were possessing the ball. We have the highest pass completion and possession in the league, and the most penalties as well. But we don't win anywhere near as many headers. We're quite low down the header table. And we have the lowest number of headers won actually, total. But not quite so bad on the ratio. Which is interesting. I mean, I think it speaks to how the team is short and quick and good at passing the ball. I don't normally do this, but I've kind of focused on ball playing defenders to play out from the back. And as a result, I haven't got a towering centre back I normally end up having. I might just continue that into the next league though. So yes, let's look at the squad. I don't mean much more than that. I think actually what might be better first is the finances have gone downhill significantly over the course of the season, but that's fine. If we weren't promoted, it would be quite a bad situation. But because we've been promoted, the 8 million that we lost this season is it's fine. I actually got a notification about sponsorship money. Oh, sponsor. I tried to use it on, it didn't work very well as well. I think it wasn't that long ago. Oh, go away. Bloody hell. Commercial summary. Yeah, so sponsorship is up for next season, although it seems to be nearly all down. Adana sold the most shirts, Bakos second, Cabral third, Ujana was a new signing in January, and Caligari 4th and 5th. So Gertz have had the most games of the season, only just beating Chetin. Interesting, because my first loan Chetin, I didn't think he was going to be a first team player. I thought he was going to be a backup, deep line playmaker, but and Luke Ingra, I was kind of disappointed by it first, so it's quite interesting that they both ended up in the top. And Karaduman as well, actually. Yeah, and Adana scored 20 goals this season, so it's very impressive. 20 and 22 and 7 some appearances is really good. And Chetin and Caligari, as we saw in the league thing, have got the most assists. Let's have a quick look at some of the deep diver stats. And Sela Ujan has got the most key passes per 90, which is good because I had a Osman doing that role as you can see, he's down here. I think it's not even one key pass a game, and Ujan gets 2.5, and basically that's what they're over. And Ujan, I bought him because he's slow but good at passing the ball. Technique 18, vision 15, passing 13. He just holds back behind the strikers and finds a gap, finds a player to pass to, whether it's the striker or the right winger or the left winger. The left winger's cutting in as well, so he's kind of a good spot, and the right winger's running forward towards the corner flag, so he's got a lot of options, and that's exactly what I wanted to be doing, which is perfect. And I think Chetin's probably highest pass completed, 90. And yeah, because he's kind of dropping deep between the defence and the midfield, passing from the midfield to everyone else. And tower completion ratio is a difficult one. A2's got quite high, he's got 84%. And Cabral as well, 82. Because I'm ignoring the top three because they've got barely any games played, and obviously if you play one game you might have one tackle and can complete it. Especially the striker. I bet Sergio Ferrat has made many tackles in those 3 or 2.5 games he played. Yeah, but Luking is probably the best first team player. Or Cabral, but again I think Cabral might be kind of deceptive as a right winger. Yeah, same here as well. Sayed Han is the top pass completed. Player with the highest pass completion ratio, but it doesn't really matter. He plays like 6 games a season. But yeah, Chetin's is very impressive, and also actually Karadu, man, I didn't realise how good he would be at passing. Centre back with 91% pass completion, that's pretty good. He's batting only 12 as well. But he's played very well this season. It's a shame, something I'm not going to be able to play him much next season because he's not quite good enough for the top tier. Because we've been promoted now to the top tier of Turkish football. We'll have to push on and try and win the league. Obviously probably not in the first season, but after a few seasons. Oh, actually I should say as well, Ujan got the highest average rating, and Custodio second. A2 was basically third in the end, and Aidenel as well. Goethe I've been very impressed by. Caligari kind of came towards the end as well, he kind of came in his own. Custodio played the first half of the season and then sort of trailed off, and Caligari played the second half, which is quite weird. I've never seen that before, but yeah, so this is our current first team. If we were playing, if the season started now and I couldn't buy anyone, this is who I would play, I think. Although Custodio and Caligari and Chetin, there's kind of a lot of turnover there, they could swap over a lot. And what the assistant manager says, but I agree with him, is that we need to replace the left winger, the left back and the goalkeeper in this transfer window. And so the next video I'll probably just summarise the transfer dealings and play the first game of the season in the new league. And I'll be specifically trying to raid players that got relegated from the top tier at these teams and the teams that didn't get promoted, like Casipasa especially, because they've got some good players. I think they've got a lot of money, Casipasa, and there's that keeper I really want, but I'm not sure if he's good enough. But yeah, we'll see that in the next video. I do have a few signs coming in already as well. I don't think any of these. These are a few I'm kind of in motion to see if I can work it out or not, if it's worth it. Especially this guy, I'm not sure if it's worth 750 grand. But Ozdemir is the new right back. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the first team, but he's Turkish and he is good. I think Luking is like 28. Maybe he's not at 4 of 29. So. Oh, and Ogello is going to be our new left back. So we don't actually need a left back. Sorry, I said a minute ago one of our transfer options, but no. And Gaboho, attacking midfield centre. He's I'm not sure if he's going to be good enough for the first team. The scouts really like him. He has a lot of potential, so maybe he'll get much better. But right now he's kind of vying with Ujan, and Ujan's passing so good. He's getting old though as well. He's nearly 30. He's 30 in a few months. Yeah, and there's a lot of debates about striker and stuff as well I have to look into. And this guy as well, the other one's quite nice. He's the youth prospect that's come through. He's got quite high leadership as well, so he's a future captain. And I think he can become a solid midfielder that we have on the bench, but is like a good mental boon to the team. I'm trying to think of other than that really. I mean, like I had all the inbox stuff for the end of the season stuff, which is really nice, but I think they might have gone. trials, because I've got so much news stories that we got a new what's the word, director, but there's no like there's nothing that comes up saying, oh, this director's going to do this or whatever. They want to buy loads of old players. That kind of thing doesn't come up. But yeah, I think it was before. So basically, like, Emery now got Player of the Season. The Team of the Year in the league featured a lot of our players. I think mostly our defence as well. Goal of the week, I don't want that. Not Goal of the Year either. Did I get Manager of the Year? No, I didn't. Adana Sport Manager got Manager of the Year. Bastard. Ibrahim Allen, the top goal scorer, got Player of the Year as well. Yeah, so Karaduman, Goetze and Lukenga are all in the Team of the Year. And Adana was there as well. Which is nice. But yeah, I think that's it really. Good season in the end. I thought we weren't going to win the league, but it just all kind of came together towards the end. We ended up with one of the lowest goals conceded in the league, and by far most scored. We were really clinical going forward by the end of the season. 70 goals is quite nice. I wonder what the record is actually. Most team goals 82. Adana Sport. It's nice as well that Adana Sport promoted, because next season that means that we're going to have a relegation, well, potentially relegation dogfight derby with Adana Sport, which I look forward to. They are buying a few high players as well. I'm selling Osman, and Said Hanna, who rejected the contract at Adana Sport actually. Oh, Osman's going to Alanya Sport. Thank God I sold him now and not in January, because I was going for like 100 grand in January. I've got 600 grand now. Yeah, and there's these two Bursaspor players who are incredible. This guy would make a great ball playing defender if I could force him to play that position, but also just in centre midfield I'd find somewhere to fit him. He's so good. And they've also got an incredible striker. Yeah, Uzulgan. And they're both like attracting attention from much bigger clubs than me. This guy's got City, Sociedad, Villarreal. The other one's got Bayern and Chelsea and teams like that. So, but if I can get on, that'd be a real boon for next season. Yeah, weird that it lost these two players, because their contract's going to expire in a few weeks. Cool. And on the next video I'll show the kind of results of this transfer window, and we'll start the top our first season in the top tier of Turkish football and see if we can push on for the league. Not next season probably, but I mean, stranger things have happened, but there's quite a few big teams in the league, so I think we're going to have a lot. I think it will take quite a while to win the league, especially because you've got some of the more upstart teams like Başakşehir who've got loads of money, and these four are very like rooted to the top. There isn't a big gap, although there is kind of a gap there. Cool. Thank you for watching episode 30. Have a nice rest of your day. See you soon for episode 31.